Hi everybody, it's PJ Homertz again, the International Short-Term Program Director for AIM. I'm really excited to bring you another short-term opportunity, this time in Uganda. Today we'll be looking at the new inbound program in Uganda. This is a unique opportunity that combines short-term and long-term. It's a short-term placement up to 1 year, but it can also be a full-time placement, serving as the foundation for long and faithful service on the field. We'll be joined by our Central Region Short-Term Coordinator, Kathleen Burns, as well as the directors and leaders of the inbound program, Rodrigo and Valeska Petrelli. We'll also be joined by Beatrice Nogueira, our short-term coordinator for our South American office. So let's join the call and find out more about the inbound program. It's good to have you on the call. This is good. Kathleen, if you would just give your name again and your position there in Central Region.
So I'm Kathleen Burns. I am the short-term coordinator for Central Region.
Beatrice, if you would just give us a introduction to who you are so that all of our folks that are watching this get a chance to be introduced to you and your role and what you're doing and where you're doing it.
Okay. Hi, my name is Beatriz Nogueira. I'm from Brazil and I work in the South America office, mobilizing office. I've been with AIM for maybe a year and a half now, and I work with personnel as personnel assistant and also as short-term coordinator.
That's great. Thank you. Valeska and Rodrigo, tell us a bit about you, kind of your journey with AIM and where you've been serving and what you do now.
I am Rodrigo.
I am Valeska.
So we are from Brazil. We have two boys. One is 13, turning 13 this year, and Azaf is 10 years old. Before, I was pastoring a church in Brazil, and we stayed for 7 years in that church, and it was a great experience for us. And Valeska was working as a psychologist as well. So our first ministry field was in Madagascar, and we were there almost 6 years. There we were part of a multicultural team working to mobilize and train national missionaries to reach the unreached people groups in Madagascar. So it was a great experience.
And I was there as a short-term coordinator there. Because of school and some challenge we faced, we moved to Uganda. And God brought us here, and we are in Uganda since 2016. We came as RTOs for this region. And although we are based in Kampala, Rodrigo is involved in leadership, development, training, and supporting our teams among the unreached areas. And I am supporting him in his role, our family, and working in supporting some missionaries too.
Yeah, now as a couple, we are taking this new project of leading the inbound program.
That's awesome. Cool. Well, I think you guys are well equipped to lead this program. If you could just maybe give an overview from your perspective of the inbound program, what's your vision for it? What do you hope for it to achieve?
When we were planning all of this and thinking, sharing with our leaders, we thought a lot about our first experience in the field. So we are planning to provide things that we wish we could have in the past.
We're very excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, this heart started from our own experience. Mm-hmm. Like we were like, we wish we could, we wish it was, but then we said, we can be the answer. Let's do it. So our goal with Inbound is to prepare missionaries on the ground, walking and coaching them and working as a team. So it's a program of 12 months and to new missionaries in an existing team and helping them and discovering with them what God has for them as long-term missionaries.
We thought this program could help AIM to prepare new missionaries, to support new missionaries,
the concept is to provide closer mentorship and practical training. And in real ministry setting that we can be together with them, supporting them during this first year. Our heart is to give ourselves fully to these people who are going to come. Our focus is going to be the missionaries, to ministry to their lives, to mentor them, to coach them, to onboard them, to welcome them. So we're going to be fully for them to inbound, to do the curriculum in a quality way.
Like prepare them before they could go to like those isolated places. But our intention is not to hold them here after this year. So they will come to Kampala, and we expect to send them out
to unreached areas.
To unreached areas.
How do we see this program different than the TIMO program or concept?
Yeah, I had the privilege to walk alongside our TIMO team leaders, and working as RTO as well. So TIMO also has this aspect of training, but like the difference is about curriculum. We didn't develop our own curriculum for that. We are using inbound curriculum. That is I think is the first difference. Second one is the time. So it's a 12-month program. So after that, they will go to a new assignment. We'll help them take a decision where they will serve. So we like to expose them to work among Muslims and non-Muslims. We like to expose them to a rural area and a urban setting as well. So in a way that this can be clear for them. Okay, I have the skills to work here. No, I don't have the skills to work in this kind of ministry. So we believe that it will help them in the future.
One thing as well that I like, and is very specific to this training, is that each individual will be seen as individual, as unique, and we'll try to thrive with them. Yeah. And I think the most important one, in my view, is that we are not focusing in one people group or one area.
This is a program for people that aren't necessarily sure where they want to serve full-time yet. This is a way for them to come and discover, but then it would prepare them to go anywhere within AIM where they would then go and serve from there. Is that correct?
Yes.
I know that some people, they come with the decisions really made, but others, sometimes they don't have this idea what I'm going to do there. So what we want is to expose them to different experience in a way that they can have a clear understanding where the gifts fits better.
Yeah, one of the questions I was going to do was exactly this one. Is this a training? Because sometimes they already did some kind of mission training and they say, oh, I don't want another training. So what's different about inbound that we can use to convince them that it's important to their future ministries?
I see inbound as a bridge. So you have maybe some capability in terms of theology or mission or whatever studies you have, but then you have this bridge which is practical, is learning while you're doing, and you have the basis to go beyond. So that's the point of the inbound. Everything you can learn and read, but how you do it and doing it while you go and be coached and be supported during this time.
Mm-hmm. So our focus will be on training, but those who will come, they cannot expect to be in a classroom. So we'll be meeting as a team weekly. Once a week we have a meeting, will be the team day. We will give them some assignments and we will help them in a practical way to grow in different areas. So actually we have 5 areas that we like to invest more. First, for example, is language learning as ministry. So our goal is to help those missionaries to receive some skills that will help them to learn a new language. So during this year of course, the goal is not to learn a new language. 1 year is too short for that. But we want to give them the tools that they need to learn a new language. So help them to value the local language. That is it's really important. And so that is the first focus. The second one is working in partnership with the local church. So for AIM, this is really important. We are not here to compete with the church. We are here to work with them. And something that we want to help is the new missionaries, how they can submit themselves to a local leadership, for example. It's a different environment, it's a different culture, it's a different way to be church here. So, and during this year, they will have opportunity to work alongside the church, to learn about the church in Africa. Another aspect of the training is about team growth. So they will learn how to work together in a multicultural team. So for all of them who will come, probably all of them, I don't know, but that will be their first experience working in a multicultural team.
Yeah, I remember with our own experience, I think sometimes we prepare ourselves reading or trying to understand this concept, but unless you have it practically and you're immersed in a team that is multicultural, that then you can really understand what does it mean.
So we will help them to work with people who speaks a different language, has different ways to take decision, people who has a different ways to deal with conflict. Because in most of the areas where AIM is working in isolated places, we work with teams. So, and we want to help them as well to be part of a team. So another area is about culture and religion study. So each team member will have opportunity to study their community, and also they will have the privilege to visit some unreached areas as well.
This will give also tools to them to learn how to learn, what to observe, what to look for, how we're going to immerse deeply in a culture. Mm-hmm. So that's the point of the inbound. Everything you can learn and read, but all the skills, all the subjects that we're going to talk about and we're going to learn about, we're going to read and have assignments, but all going to be practical learning. Won't only be information, but we're going to put into practice each one of them while we're going through the year.
Mm-hmm. So during the time they will be here during this year, we are planning some trips where they will have opportunity to visit some areas where we have missionaries already working to learn about different cultures. And the last one is related to mobilization. So, and here we have two focus: how to help these new missionaries and how to mobilize the African church. Probably most of these missionaries, they will have to raise their support to come back after their new place, new assignment. So how can they share this experience with the church? How they can raise support? How they can mobilize new partners to help them? Mm-hmm. And also invite the church here in Africa to partner with them as well, to work alongside them with this goal to reach the unreached. So AIM really value this. We know that by ourselves we can do this alone. So we need help. We need the African church. We need more missionaries. So we hope that they will help us as well with this.
Can you tell me more about people groups that they'll be working with in Kampala?
So Kampala is an urban area. So it's a big city, over 2 million people here. So it's a huge area. A lot of people are also coming to Kampala, to the capital, looking for new opportunities, for jobs and for help, for support. Something interesting about Uganda is that we are receiving a lot of refugees here. So, for example, we can find here a lot of people from South Sudan. We can find people from Somalia. We can find here the Gujaratis as well. They are really well established here.
A lot of from North Africa, a lot of Muslims. So I think the number of people groups that we can find here is amazing. The connections we can make. That's what I like about Kampala being our base, because we can have exposure to different tribes, to different people groups, and it will depend which kind of people they want to work with, be more intentional and help these people to be more towards and closer and be strategic, placed in a place to be surrounded by this kind of people they want to work. But if not, then we're gonna help them to exposure as much as many as they can in different areas and different ministries. We have some partnerships with churches in Uganda and mission organizations that Ugandans are running as well, that we can provide for our team that as much exposure to different groups as possible.
What does daily life look like for them as they go through their routine? Obviously, there's the training and there's the interacting with the community, but yeah, what would daily life look like for them?
They're going to be learning language daily. So some hours a day, we're going to be working on language, some hours on culture daily as well, reading, and some hours on building relationship within the community that they're placed on. And then weekly, we're going to partnership with church. So going to be serving the church a couple days of the week. We're going to have our team day, the whole day. We're going to go with some curriculum that they will have some assignments to do during the week as well. But we're going to discuss those. We're going to connect as a team.
And during our team day, we will be able to share our experience. They will be able to share with other missionaries. And in this way, we will grow a lot as well.
And we're going to have one-on-one mentoring with us. In terms of mentorship, formally going to be us and the partnership with the churches. Each church that they go to, they're going to have a mentor or somebody as a point of connection. So this person in the church going to help us to mentor them while they are serving the church. And I think it's important for them and for us to understand how the church is seeing their service, is seeing their learning. So we do going to have formally somebody pointed at the church where they're going to be serving to help us during this process as well.
And our goal is to have at the end of the program, we want to hear from the church their experience with this new missionary.
You mentioned field visits, so visiting different areas with where missionaries are already based and working with unreached people groups. How long would those field visits be for?
We budget for 3 trips in different areas. So the average of time, it's between a week to a month. If the missionary can receive our people for a month, then they will be a month. If they can receive for 2 weeks, it will be 2 weeks. The first trip we're gonna do as a team, and we plan to be north of Uganda. So everybody goes and will be around a week. But then the other trip's gonna be individual. They're gonna explore some places individually, depending on their support, depending on their gifts and where they want to go next, if they know or not.
So we are in touch with some missionaries who are ready to receive, and they are there even waiting for this experience. They feel sometimes alone, and for them it would be great to present their ministry to someone who could come and join them in the future.
You talked a lot about full-term, like people who are looking for a full-term ministry. So what about those people who don't think about full-term yet, but they want to have a more complete experience in the field and in missions? Is Inbound for them too?
Yeah, Inbound is a training, so we need to have this mindset. Although it's open and all short terms are welcome, and we want to have the short terms here with us, we would like that people know that they have a heart for mission and they want to understand and embrace mission for life. We can receive full terms and short terms. Short terms is a set time, has maximum a year. So if the person comes as short term, so he needs to go through the curriculum in 1 year. But if the person comes as a long term, then it can take their time to go through some of the curriculum. So we have these two opportunities.
Who do you want on the inbound? I mean, I know it's new missionaries, but I'm thinking in families, singles, couples.
We are looking for singles or young couples.
Young children would be welcome too, as much as it's not at school years. We don't want families with school year kids yet. We want to be multicultural, so we want to have this African as well as part of our family team. So I think that will help a lot to have this interaction, this multicultural mindsetting and learning experience.
We are very excited with this idea. Our goal as AIM is to work alongside the National Church and also train national missionaries, support them, help them. So I believe if we can receive national missionaries working alongside missionaries from other countries, that will be great for them. I think they will learn a lot together.
As we in South America mobilize Portuguese and Spanish speakers, which level of English is it required to go to inbound?
We need at least basic communication because we have opportunities here that people can grow and can develop English better. We have even refugee camps where there's missionaries teaching English. We can embrace and partner with them. We have opportunities to improve English here, but we need a minimum basic English. I wouldn't know in terms of number 1 to 3, but at least to communicate to each other. As the team gonna have to be speaking in English together.
Also because we have a curriculum to follow. So they will have to read at least a book a month. Books that will require a simple understanding.
What type of visa is it necessary, and are there any requirements like some college degree or something like that?
Well, we don't require any college degree. The requirements is as minimum of 18 years old and a heart for mission.
They can get here the tourist visa, and after that we will apply for the work permit. Yeah.
The team living arrangement, what's your thoughts on what the living would look like for the team?
Everybody gonna have a bedroom for itself, so it's individual bedrooms, and we gonna share flats. Single ladies may share 2 or 3 of them in the same house. Single guys will share maybe 2 or 3 guys, depending on the number of people that applies, and a couple may have their own space in terms of a simple small apartment or flat. The goal is to help them to live in a simple way, in some ways that our singles or our couples, Africans, live here in Kampala. We are looking for basic, simple, safe as well. Their individual bedroom with a bed and mosquito net. They would have supplies to cook and their own meals, and basic things, yeah.
Transporting around Kampala, I'm assuming they'll be using mostly public transportation. So what does public transportation look like there in Kampala?
The goal is to help them to learn how to use public transport. We believe that this is part of the training as well, how they interact with locals, how to communicate with them. So it will be an interesting way for them even to start to practice the learn while they are yes, learning this new place.
Transportation in Africa, it's a learning experience. Kampala has two different types of transport, public transport. Taxis, that they're basic vans full of people,
Yeah.
and bodas, which are mototaxis.
We are requesting them to bring, for example, their own helmet, because the bodas or the mototaxis here are very, very cheap way to move around.
This is an amazing opportunity for our people. So I'm so thrilled that you guys have taken this on, willing to invest yourselves in people. It's absolutely critical, and it's going to be a huge value to AIM and an investment in our future. So thank you guys for the work that you're doing there.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, PJ, for this opportunity.
Well, there you go. I hope that this has given you the information that you need to find the right short-termers to join the Inbound program. If you'd like more information about the Inbound program, you can look in the details below this video for additional links and information. You can also contact the Central Region office and talk to Kathleen Burns. She'll be able to answer many of your questions, and the questions that she can't, she'll be able to put you in touch with the Petrellis so that they can help fill out any details that you're missing. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that it's been a help to you. You'll find other videos like this on this channel that will give you the right information that you need to find the right short-termers to serve with us on the field. Sorry guys, I had you muted at first.
So, we have some birds here.
Oh, and let me unmute you.
Mm-hmm.
It looks better for the video that way.